What do you picture when you think of Alaska? Maybe you see vast snowy mountains. Perhaps you imagine giant glaciers creeping slowly toward the sea. You might even think of polar bears wandering across the frozen tundra. These images are true, but they are only a small part of a much bigger story. Alaska is a land of secrets, a place filled with hidden histories and surprising tales that most people have never heard. It's a land where ancient stories whisper on the wind, and where pivotal moments in world history unfolded far from the public eye. Get ready to journey beyond the postcards and discover the real Alaska. This land, often called the last frontier, holds more than just breathtaking scenery. It holds the memories of ancient peoples who thrived here for thousands of years. They developed rich cultures and incredible survival skills. It holds the echoes of determined gold seekers who risked everything for a chance at fortune. Their dreams and struggles forever changed the landscape. It also holds the forgotten memories of soldiers who fought a secret war on American soil. Alaska's history is a tapestry woven with threads of myth, adventure, conflict, and incredible resilience that are just waiting to be uncovered. Let's pull back the curtain on this mysterious state. We will travel back in time to a world shaped by powerful spirits and clever animals. We will march alongside stampeders, their hearts pounding with the hope of striking it rich. We will stand on the misty shores of remote islands where American soldiers faced an invading enemy. Alaska is not just a place on a map. It is a living history book, and its most exciting chapters are the ones that are rarely read. The stories are as grand and as wild as the land itself, full of twists and turns you would never expect. As we explore these hidden corners of the past, you will see Alaska in a completely new light. It is a place of profound importance, not just to the United States, but to the entire world. From its earliest inhabitants to its crucial role in global conflicts, Alaska has always been more than just a remote wilderness. It is a key player in the grand drama of human history. So let's begin our adventure. Let's dig deep into the frozen ground and thaw out the secrets that Alaska has been keeping for centuries. You will be amazed by what you find. Long before the first European ships ever reached its shores, Alaska was home to many different indigenous peoples. The Tlingit, Haida, Tsimshian, Athabaskan, and many others lived in harmony with this powerful land. Their lives were guided by traditions and stories passed down through countless generations. These stories were not just entertainment, they were lessons. They explained the creation of the world, the behavior of animals, and the right way to live. These myths and legends are the very first chapter of Alaska's human history, connecting the people to the land in a deep and spiritual way. One of the most important figures in many of these traditions is the raven. The raven is a complex character. He is often a trickster, a clever and mischievous being who plays pranks and creates chaos. But he is also a hero, a powerful creator who brought light to the world. A famous Tlingit legend tells of a time when the world was trapped in complete darkness. All the light from the sun, the moon, and the stars was kept locked away in a series of boxes. These boxes were owned by a rich and powerful chief who selfishly guarded them in his home, keeping the world in a perpetual night. The raven, feeling sorry for the people living in the cold and dark, devised a clever plan to steal the light. He transformed himself into a tiny hemlock needle and floated down into the drinking water of the chief's daughter. She drank the needle without noticing and soon gave birth to a baby boy, who was, of course, the raven in disguise. The baby raven cried and cried, refusing to be comforted. He pointed at the boxes of light, and the chief, doting on his new grandson, eventually gave him the boxes to play with, one by one. As soon as the raven had the boxes, his plan went into action. He opened the first box, and the stars flew out, scattering across the dark sky. Then he opened the second box, and the moon soared into the heavens, casting a silvery glow. Finally, with the last and most important box in his beak, the raven transformed back into his bird form and flew up through the smoke hole of the chief's house. Once outside, he released the sun, and for the first time, brilliant, warm daylight flooded the entire world. This story explains not only how light came to be, but also celebrates the power of cleverness over selfishness. Beyond the epic sagas of gold rushes and world wars, Alaska is a land filled with strange and wonderful oddities. These little-known facts add another layer of fascination to the state's unique character. They reveal a place where the unusual is often the norm. For instance, have you ever heard of a town where almost everyone lives under one roof? The town of Whittier, Alaska, is nestled on the edge of Prince William Sound and is accessible mainly by a single one-lane tunnel that is over 2.5 miles long. It's a place defined by its extreme isolation and unique living situation. The vast majority of Whittier's residents, about 200 people, live in a single 14-story building called Begich Towers. This former army barracks from the Cold War era is a self-contained city. It houses not only apartments but also the town's post office, a grocery store, a church, a health clinic, and even the city government offices. The school is connected to the building by an underground tunnel, so children don't have to go outside during the harsh, windy winters when snow can pile up to incredible heights. It's a fascinating example of human adaptation to an extreme environment, a vertical town in the middle of the Alaskan wilderness.